one of these boxes contains manga. I don't know which. Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we are doing a Travelling Man unboxing video. So only a few days ago, I think it was Black Friday, and usually I don't bother with any of the deals because a lot of them aren't that great. However, Travelling Man had 10% off everything on their online store, including their manga. And it just felt a bit rude not to be honest. They had 20% off in store, but I couldn't make it to the store for the weekend of Black Friday. Also, they don't apply 20% to 3 for 2 deals, whereas a lot of the manga online is already around 3 for 2 price, and you get 10% off of that. So generally, I think it works out cheaper to do the 10% online than doing the 20% in store. What I did find was getting 20% off non-viz volumes in store has worked out cheaper when they've done that in the past. So where Forbidden Planet will have a volume at $11.99, Travelling Man will have it at $9.99, and then 20% off of that is a little bit cheaper than 3 for 2 on $11.99 volume. And I like giving my money to Travelling Man because they feel like a lot more local business. They just feel more local than Forbidden Planet, which doesn't make much sense. Oh, Forbidden Planet is international because they have a New York store and an Italy store, apparently. Anyway, yes, so I bought a whole bunch of manga, and then the following day the code was still active online, and I bought a whole bunch of Christmas presents which aren't manga. So I'm unsure what to do. What I might do is open both, figure out which one's the manga box, unbox that one, and then I might unbox the other one to show you some of the other stuff that Travelling Man has on offer, because they are very known for doing manga, or it seems to be weirdly, the manga community that I'm in talks a lot about the manga that Travelling Man has on offer, but they do offer other things, and the person that I bought the Christmas presents for already knows what they're getting because they sent me the links, so I don't really mind if I put it out, they know already. And you can see what else Travelling Man has on offer. Before we launch into the unknown of these boxes, don't forget to give this video a like, a comment, and then subscribe, please. And then also check out all my social medias down below: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok sometimes, Discord. So much fun. Yes, let's open a box. Which one do we open first? I don't know. Let's do the smaller one. I have more thoughts. I have an intuition. It might be the smaller one. Watch me be horrifically wrong. Let's see, got my trusty knife. Come on. I was really impressed because today is Tuesday and I ordered all of this Friday, and we've had horrific storms in the UK all weekend. Like, my window blew open. It was terrifying. And bins everywhere. Lots of people in the area don't have power still. Friday to Tuesday, and lots of people don't have power. And I couldn't believe it still managed to arrive this quickly, to be honest. I expected everything to be a bit delayed. Come on, plastic, tear. Ah, there we go. Now, do we think this is the manga box? Yes or no? No. Oh my god, that's the manga box. Fucking hell. Okay, so there is some manga in this box. It's mostly not manga though. So I'll pull the manga out first, and then we'll get to this beast, I suppose. Oh my god. Right, so we have 3 volumes of the Grey Man. These are actually... Oh, come on. Oh dear. These are actually the first brand new volumes of the series that I've bought. I bought all the others secondhand. I have 1 through... What do I have? I can never remember what I have. I have 1 through 12, 14, 15, 19, 20, 21. And here I have 24, 25 and 26. And these are genuinely the first brand new copies I have ever bought of it. So these were $4.99 each, so I paid 10% off of that. Yes, 10% off of that. I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't want to get the maths wrong and then people are like, actually. Yeah, so that's the first, because when I put this order in the next day, I thought it's a bit rude if I don't put any manga in it at all. Right. So I put these in. So that is the manga. I might rearrange the desk in a moment. I'll put this one on the floor because it's not manga. Apparently this is. Oh my god, what have I done? So let's open this, I guess. Oh my gosh. I don't remember buying that many though, I'll be honest. I remember clearing my basket out a lot because I was like, I'll just put every volume I can find that I want in here, and it was like £400. I'm like, okay, yeah. I don't need that. I have legit never had a box this big from Travelling Man. I swear I've done pretty big orders. Maybe it's because I got that 10% off. It's deceiving. Here's my order list. Yeah, that doesn't look that bad. Oh, it's 2 pages. Okay, on the floor you go. Okay, right. I'm gonna make such a mess. I think there's a lot of packing. Oh, thank goodness. I don't think it's... Oh my gosh. Maybe I'll just make a mess on the floor and clear it up afterwards. I do have all my packaging from my second-hand haul still on the floor. Will it be much noticeable? I'm just gonna... Oh, that went everywhere. Just mutilated the box a little to make it easier to get in. But like, if you look at it, it isn't too bad. When you see it like that, oh, you can already see one of the volumes. It doesn't, it's a lot more deceiving, is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to stick to it. So I'll pick out that volume that you can see. If I can get around the damn packing peanuts. So I think there's more, but these are the only 2 I can see at the moment, and that is volumes 21 and 22 of Yona of the Dawn. Yona of the Dawn is so hard to find at the moment. The later volumes aren't too bad, so I think with the volumes in here, I should in theory be... I think I'll have all the volumes between 12 and 32, apart from volume 29. I think that's the only one I'm missing. Oh, so there's another one. There's Yona of the Dawn, volume 31. I think that's such a nice cover. She's such lovely hair, and she's got a really nice face. I just got that's not too bad. I think a lot of people fawn over Yona, so I don't feel like I'm being that weird about that actually. Whereas, are there any more? I'm just like pulling these out. Oh my gosh. Oh, that looks like one. There we go. Yona 30, 35, 25. Oh my goodness. That one's an okay cover. I still think I prefer 31. Actually, there's another one that's like, is it 27? Where she's got her hair and she's like doing that or something, and she looks all that way. And she just looks really nice there, like the flowy locks. I'll just start picking some other ones out because I'm gonna, yeah. We have World Trigger 19. So as of my second hand haul, I've started collecting World Trigger, and I feel like it's going to be a bit hard. It doesn't seem to be as big a series, it doesn't seem to be as popular, so I feel like it's going to be a bit more tricky to find that because I don't see the volumes that often. Even in my Travelling Man itself, I see maybe 1 or 2 volumes at a time, though the same can be said of Yona. There isn't often that many volumes of Yona, and I think this is just going to be a bit of time to collect. I'm hoping it won't be too hard to collect. I know I said it was hard to collect because people don't seem to collect it, but also for that reason there might not be as high a demand for it, so I might be able to get them for cheaper, is what I'm hoping. What have we got next? I'll just start from the top now instead of diving through for series. We have Radiant Volume 4. I read Volume 1, and I've been picking up volumes second hand pretty much. I think I have 5, 7 and 10 and 4 and yeah, I can't wait to read more. It felt a bit different to some of the other sort of shonens that I'd read. It was a bit more gritty, but also had the really nice actiony fight sequences that I quite like. What else have we got on top? We have another World Trigger, volume 14. I'm going to end up picking this series up a lot quicker than I thought I would at this rate, aren't I? I'll end up with all the volumes but volume 1. That has happened a few times. Started by picking up Happy Marriage like December 2020, and I'm still missing volume 1 and 4. Right, next we have, there's 2 of the same. Actually, I'll do another World Trigger volume 16. I think all the World Triggers were $4.99, so 10% off of that was how much I paid. Yes, thank you. And next we have another Radiant, actually, Radiant volume 2, which means I can read a bit more of the series. Oh, that's quite exciting. I remember now. I was going to get 2 and 3, but 3 was out of stock, so I went for 4 instead. Yes, I could read volume 2 now. I might keep an eye out next time I go manga shopping to see if I can find a volume 3 in store. Oh, I thought there was a crease on it, but it's just some of that foam thingy. Next we have 2 volumes of Blue Exorcist. So I think so this is volume 19 and 22. These were both, I think, $4.99 on their site as well. So 10% off of that is how much I paid. I have a good number of these volumes now. I'm missing volume 7, but other than that, I think I have a good run between 1 and what's up to date. The 22 might be the latest. I think, is it 27 that's come out? Maybe I'm not as up to date as I think I am. I'll have to check. I have a good number of these, and a lot of these I've bought secondhand as well. There were 3 in my last secondhand haul, actually. 16, 17, 18. So now I've got 19, and then I've already got 20 and 21. Right, next, as I have got, I'll do these together, 2 Pokemon mangas. So these I think are one-shots based on movies. So we have Pokemon the movie, Kyurem versus the Sword of Justice, and Pokemon Volcanion and the Mechanical Marvel. You know, I think I've seen that one. I haven't. Wait, no, I've seen that one too. Yeah, I've seen both of these. That one I watched on Netflix, I think. Yeah, I did, because I remember the mechanical Pokemon. I love Pokemon so much. Weirdly, I don't play the games that much. I love the anime and Pokemon themselves, but I'm just less bothered by the games. Like, I nearly picked up Sword and Shield because of the open world aspect, but then reading the reviews and watching my sister play, I was a bit less bothered. The new one that comes out in January, February, can't remember when, Arceus, that one looks really neat, and I'm actually tempted to pick that one up. But yes, I am like on a mission to try and pick up as much Pokemon manga as I can. I have all of Pokemon Adventures up to Black and White, and then I have a splattering of Black and White. So then after that I have to start figuring out how it works with X, Y, Omega, Sun, Moon, because they go really thin. They're like half the width of a regular volume, and it's really annoying. But these are both movie ones. There's a whole bunch of movie ones. I have like 5 or 6 already, and I've got 2 more. Oh! Next we have How Do We Relationship Volume 2. This is a really nice, like, GL, adult GL. They're both at college, so it's a lot more mature, I think is what I'm trying to say. I completely forgot all the other words I needed to say. I've read volume 1, and now I can read volume 2. I hadn't found volume 2 in stock the last few times I went to Travelling Man, so I couldn't continue reading it, but they had volume 2 online, so £5, I think I got 10% off, and it was $5.99, so 10% off that is how much I paid. Yay! Ooh. What else? Next we have Kami-sama Kiss Volume 20. If you know anything about Kami-sama Kiss, you'll know how hard it is to collect. It is very, very out of stock. stock, I very much want to say. I think they've said they would reprint it. It's just not a priority at the moment. I have like 3 or 4 volumes and they're all over the place. As I think I have like 10 and then 20. It's the same author as Momochi House, I think. And I've quite enjoyed Momochi House, so I wanted to read their earlier work if I can just find the rest. Next we have a Twin Star Exorcist Volume 10. Not my last second haul. Actually, I don't think I filmed the second-hand haul in which I got them in. I did a second-hand haul and I got like 12 volumes of Twin Star Exorcist and I paid like less than £4 for each of them. Not altogether, that would have been insane. Less than £4 per volume for each of them. So I have some right weird gaps at the moment and I was trying to just fill in some of the gaps I have with some of these volumes, which is why happened with my Yona, and it's happened with Blue Exorcist, wherever Blue Exorcist is, and the same with Twin Star Exorcist. Oh, so much Exorcist. Ugh. Exorcist. So that's another one. I'm missing volume 3 at the moment, is like my biggest blocker. And I think once I get volume 3 I have a straight run to like 15. Seraph of the End, volume 14 and 17. I've been collecting Seraph of the End for a really long time now, like 3-4 years, I think. Yeah, probably about 4 years now. I was up to date, I think, for a bit, and then I'll stop collecting for a while. I have bad issues with this series, not because it's a bad-ish series, but because it made me miss my train, and that makes me grumpy. And then recently I've decided to try and pick it up again and catch up with the volumes I don't have, and I have another one where I have a little splattering of random volumes, mostly because their stock levels aren't great in store, so I've been buying what they have in Forbidden Planet or Travelling Man, and these are 2 of the volumes I was missing because I have straight 1 to 13, then 15, 16, 18, and then I think I have 19, 21, so I just need 20 and then I've got a straight run, and then I think I'm missing a couple and then I'd be up to date, which is really nice because I really enjoyed the series when I read it. I want to get back into it and I want to not be angry at it. Right, what have we got next? Next we have... Oh, come on. Oh, that's not what I thought I'd grabbed. Let's grab you 2 instead. We have 2 volumes of Beastars, volume 11 and 12. I really like the bear on 12. I'm not sure why, but I do. And yeah, I have only read the first couple of volumes of Beastars, I think, because I can't find volume 5. For I think a good year, once I started reading the series, volume 5 was just not in stock. And I have started to see it in stock online on like Amazon, but it's full price and I'm not paying full price. But in store, I haven't seen a volume 5 of Beastars in any of my manga shops in ages, well over a year. Travelling Man don't have it in stock, it's very sad. I started to try and pick up more of the series because I want to read it, and then I'll be ready once I find that volume 5. I think these were $6.99 on store, so 10% off of that is how much I paid for these. I think it's complete, if I'm correct, at 22 or 20 something, so that's like taking me over halfway. I'm still missing a couple of volumes before those. I think I'm missing like volumes 8, but that wasn't as discounted as these. That was like $9.99 on their site, and 10% off that still is not worth it, so I just didn't buy it. Right, so the other volume I accidentally popped out is Children of the Whales volume 13. I read a whole bunch of this really early. I read a few of these quite quickly and then I sort of drifted from the series. I'm not sure why, no particular reason, I just read other things probably. And then I got a friend into manga, and this is one of the series that she got really into, and she's now up to date with volume 17 or 18. Can't remember which one's latest at this point. And I'm like, I have to catch up with you because she's ahead of me. And I want to talk to her about things. And if she's so far ahead of me, I can't torture about those things. Yeah, so I need to catch up on the series. They're very thin, so I absolutely have to be paying discounted prices for these. I managed to get a few of these second-hand, actually. I think I got like 3 or 4 second-hand, and then I'll pay 3 for 2 price, or even 10% off 3 for 2 price. That's how much I like to pay. Next, we have... Oh, there's another Yona. We've got another cheeky Yona right there. Yona 20. Oh, this stack's starting to lean a bit, isn't it? Let's slant you back. So I think that's 5 volumes of Yona. Yeah. And there's 4 more down here. So yeah, it's straight 12 to 32, apart from 29. And then I just need the earlier ones, which will take their time, apparently. Alright, next we have, oh, thick, Dora Volume 22. I have read Volume 1, and then I don't have Volume 2. It is quite an out of stock series, but Viz have confirmed they're reprinting it, and I have seen some reprints hit shelves. At the moment, the reprints I'm seeing are of the later volumes, which is why I think I managed to grab 22. I have seen 23 in store as well, and 20 and 21. I'm waiting on some of the earlier ones at this point. I have a whole bunch of the teens. You can actually just about see them. Where are they? There they are. There's my Dora just there, looking all sad. They're quite... some of the spines are wonderfully vibrant, and then some of them are like, bleh, grey, brown. I'm like, oh, come on. A bit brighter, please. This is such a thick volume. I just want to say I'm so proud, but I don't know who I'm proud of. Viz? I don't know. Not Viz, because I don't think they're the ones who determines how much goes into a volume. But yes, that is... oh. And it's got the flaps. We are approaching the end. There is not much left. Next, we have Ran and the Great World Volume 3. This was wonderful to read. I loved reading Volume 1 and 2. Have I read Volumes 1 and 2 or just Volume 2? Just 1. I can't remember. I'll have to check my spreadsheet. This was just such a wonderfully whimsical series to read. I thought the art style was really pretty. I felt like the story really sucked me in. It took about a chapter for me to get into it, and I got very confused to begin with, but then I was like, this is wonderful, I'm loving this is great. It's quite a bit pricier. I think 7 volumes, and volume 7's really thick, and I think that's like $10.99, and you don't often get many Viz volumes at $10.99 that you do now. As Adora's volume, it's just $10.99. So I just haven't been picking it up because it's some of the more pricey Viz volumes, and I keep picking up the cheaper ones, so the shonens and the shoujos that Viz print. But I do want to collect this, especially since it's only a 7-volume series. It shouldn't be too hard to just sweep up when I find them. Next we have Fly Me to the Moon Volume 7. This is actually a new release volume. I was really, really pleased to be able to get this cheap. Oh my gosh. This is like a reverse romance where they get married before they really know each other. And they're just super cute and super sweet and awkward. And every volume's really lovely. And then when I think about the series, I'm like, I do enjoy it, but it's a bit meh. But then I read it and I'm like, this is really lovely. Not much happens. It's just quite a nice, sweet read. I think there's quite a few volumes of this out, actually. I don't know how or where it's going, because it's not really one... I feel like it's one of those series that you could just pick up any volume. If you know the basic premise of they've married without really knowing each other, you could pick up any volume and you wouldn't be that confused by the story. There's quite a few series like those. I'm usually a bit hit and miss with them. I quite like my ongoing story building, and this doesn't have too much of that, or at least it doesn't so far to me. But it's still a delightful read, and I really like the spines, and the covers are really pretty. But we never see the dude. The dude's never allowed on the cover. Finally. our final book is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Volume 9. Oh. If you're not aware already, I'm a huge Zelda fan. I love Zelda. I remember when I got Twilight Princess when I was 10. Was I 10? Yeah, it was in year 6. I was 10. And I remember getting the Wii on Christmas Day and I got told off because I kept playing it so much and I should have been talking to people as well, and it was so much fun. I loved playing as the wolf. I loved Midna. I loved the whole going around places multiple times to do different things, and it changed. I loved the dungeons, the temples, they were so much fun. Arbiter's Grounds is so creepy. I loved the spinner, even though it was kind of a useless item outside of the dungeon. They could have done so much more with it. I love Twilight Princess. I think it's like my mother's favourite Zelda game because she was like, it looks the prettiest. Oh, mother. I loved that when they first announced they were doing a manga of this, because most of the other Zelda mangas, it's 1 volume for a game, maybe 2. I think Ocarina of Time has 2, Four Swords Adventures has 2, Oracle games technically have 2, but it's a volume a game, but they're kind of a pair. And they announced this and they're like, it's going to be 4 volumes. And then I remember getting to the end of volume 4 going, this isn't the end. And I looked up and it was like, volume 5 and 6 are coming out later next year. And I'm like, oh, okay. So there are now 9. I feel like there can't be too many more after this. I'll have to read it to see where it ends up. I'm unsure about the additional story they've added to the manga series. Sometimes the manga authors who do the Zelda manga, they add like characters and backstory to make, I don't know, fluff it up a bit more. And I'm unsure about the one in Twilight Princess so far because they haven't talked about it a huge amount, but it seems to be like a big thing with Link, and I'm unsure yet. We'll see. Can't wait to read that. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Can you tell I'm so excited? 29 volumes of manga from Travelling Man. Thank you, Travelling Man. Thank you, Travelling Man. I do love Travelling Man, and I love how wonderfully speedy and good their delivery is. Like, I have often ordered things from Travelling Man and Amazon on the same day, and Travelling Man's arrives first. I'm like, oh, I can't believe this is crazy. The prices are really good, the packaging's great. I absolutely love it. If you're UK based, go check them out. Go. You have no excuse. If you're interested in manga or anything else of the other stuff they do, go check them out. I'm probably going to wrap up the manga bit here. So if you're not interested in seeing other stuff that Travelling Man have on offer, you can then bugger off, go have a drink or go to the toilet. I don't know what you want to do, and I'll show other things that Travelling Man sell. Let's see what's in this box. So these are 2 books about RPG. The Ultimate RPG Game Master's World Building Guide, which has prompts and activities to create and customize your own game world, and the Ultimate RPG Character Backstory Guide, prompts and activities to create the most interesting story for your character. Would you be surprised to hear that the person interested in these is interested in running some D&D campaigns? So these are really neat. They're actually really fun to read through, and they've got a whole bunch of walking through how to write your characters, write your backstories, about your world. We have another one. It's not one of these, it's another one, and I can't remember what it's called or what it's for, but it's by the same people, and that's really good. That was a really fun read. Even though I'm not too bothered about being a DM myself, I found that was a good read. Carefully not throw packing peanuts on the floor like I did earlier. Is that everything in that box? Yes, so that box can go on the floor. Ooh. Does this want to open? Okay, I'll just pull one out then. So next we have, I feel like I'm missing a book. Oh no, one of them's just really thin. Next we have Fate Core System. I don't know what this is. I was just sent links. I think it's another D&D book. It's for a different system. What system? Is it Fate? Is that the system? I don't know. Yeah, that's a solid book. You know, I think a lot of these were cheaper than some of the volumes of manga, you know? Which just says something about how expensive manga is. Oh, one of them's really thin. It's like a comic. Wow. Oh, it's an adventure. Tartarus Gate, a role-playing game of sci-fi horror. Not for me. Don't like horror. Oh, this has like maps in it and stuff, but I shouldn't flick through it because it's not for me. I'll put that to the side. And then the last thing here, which is a hefty boy. Oh, it is Star Trek Adventures, the role-playing game called Rulebook. This is a Star Trek D&D book thing with the core rules and I think some base adventures. So it looks like I might have to play some Star Trek D&D over my Christmas holiday. I have done this to myself, I understand. So yeah, so Travelling Man does a whole bunch of role-playing stuff. So books and miniatures and dice and board games. A whole bunch of stuff like that, and manga is like just a small, well, it used to be a small bit. It's definitely expanded over the more recent years, so especially the store in Leeds. If you watch back one of my manga shopping videos, they have like an entire wall of manga. They didn't used to have that much manga in the slightest. They had like half of that, if not a bit less, because they've also got some like tables in the middle of the room with manga, and they've got the new release shelves by the till, which they definitely didn't have before. They've got board games in the basement, which I've not shown, and they've got loads of board games in the store as well. But they do a lot of RPG stuff, and I think they used to run board game nights, and I think they did some RPG nights, or was that Magic the Gathering nights? I can't remember. A lot of the stores do stuff on the evenings if you're interested in that sort of thing. They might not be doing them at the moment because of restrictions, and especially the one in Leeds is like in a basement and there's no ventilation. So I'd be a bit iffy about going myself. Again, I'd love to once things start to improve a bit more. Hopefully, I'd love to start trying to go back again. But yes, I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope that you weren't too bored by the misc other stuff, and I hope the person that these are for doesn't get too mad at me. But oh well, I hope you like the manga. Let me know in the comments if there was any manga here that you're interested in picking up. Did you buy anything in Travelling Man's Black Friday sales or Cyber Monday? I think they were doing a similar sale on both days. But yeah, don't forget to give this video a like and a comment and a subscribe, please. After this video I should be on holiday, and I'm going to try and do some more intense video making. I might try and do a manga shopping with me next. It's going to depend on the weather and whether restrictions change or not. We'll see. If not, I have some other ones in mind that will be really fun, I promise. Or not. I might do a manga Christmas tour. I'm still unsure. Christmas manga room tour. Right word, wrong way around. Anyway, yes, so sorry. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!